Okay, I think it just means that it won't be recorded on StreamYard, that it goes straight onto YouTube. But then I don't really need it recorded. I'm just giving it something a try. Um, it's a new something I did the other day, and I got quite a few visual messages, and it's all about ascension, and we're all ascending in different ways. Now, I do the cards, I do all different types of cards and use different divination tools. But in the last few years, I've learned that I don't need those anymore, that I only use them as a tool so as people aren't afraid. Um, so I get the messages straight from source. And I just closed my eyes the other morning and some messages came through, and I'm just wondering, is that a new way of how things are going to go for me? And I'm going to give it a try, really. Um, Without people on the stream, um, well, I can't, even if there was people on the stream, my eyes are closed, so I can't see what the comments would be. Um, Also, this is an awkward time of night, and that's why I picked this time of night, because everybody will be on other channels, um, watching the people that they normally watch. So, um, the first thing that I am being shown is a DNA particle. The DNA has been changed in people, but there is an easy way, an easy fix for that, to go back to the DNA that it should be previously from COVID, etc. Probably not allowed to say the C word. So that'll probably get me banned already. Um, Still a lot of people still scared of that around the world. Sorry. Oh God, this does make me actually more tired. So I don't know if it's actually going to work for me long term, unless I do it in the morning time when I've loads of energy. Um, so there are still an awful lot of people scared of what's going to happen to them long term in regards to illnesses and antidotes to the illnesses that are out there. They don't know what's in them, what's it's all about. They're still scared. They're still, oh God, excuse me. Oh my God, this is really weird. Because I'm only after having a coffee as well. But there is a way of cleaning up all of those issues when the time comes. Everything is in God's time, but everything is going to ramp up in the next couple of weeks. So when people were afraid 2 years ago, it's going to be nothing to what the scare that people are going to feel in the next few weeks. But stay on God's side. Um, if you believe that you will be okay, you will be okay. Um, this these scares are for other people. They're not for um us. We are made in God's liking, and we will be fine in God's liking, and in God's time we will be fine. Um this I don't understand why I'm feeling so tired. I suppose that's another reason why people um have been feeling funny about all of this as well. People are just becoming tired and exhausted, and to extremes, like absolute extreme exhaustion. So they're bringing on mental health issues and physical issues onto themselves, caused by the tiredness. And oh, I can't stop yawning. Um, Brought on by the tiredness, and uh, I'm so tired. I knew this was going to be quick, but I'm so tired. I don't know if I can actually finish this. Um, Even after coffee. Um, the main message is to not to fear, that everything is going to be all right. Everything is fine. The war has been won already, even though it hasn't come out to light yet. It has actually been won by God, and we will be enlightened in peaceful times for the next few years. Things will look different and feel different for us. All the things that we're seeing on the TV, like the cows being killed and the farms being set fire to, and forestry being burned down. It's not all, there's a lot of optics out there. We're being distracted by things on TV, like court cases that um are being shown, so as we won't get shown what we're meant to see. But there will be a time when some things come to light, and we will be able to see what has been happening behind the scenes in the last 5 years. Um, what's been going on the earth for the last 1,000 years. We'll be able to see all of this, and we will be able to judge it for ourselves. Now, I don't think there's anybody. Ugh, I don't think there's anybody on with me. Um, but yawning is a sign of lack of oxygen. So I'm not sure if somebody has passed um through COPD or other oxygen related illnesses, or if somebody um has someone who needs extra oxygen at the moment. But when you're yawning, you are hold on. You have to take in the extra oxygen, and that's what makes you yawn. Your lungs aren't getting enough oxygen into them, so they send the signal to your brain to get oxygen sucked in as quick as possible. And that's what your yawn is. That's what a yawn is. You don't yawn because you're tired. You yawn because when you're tired, you don't breathe as deeply as you would if you were wide awake and ready to go for a run or something. Um, you take in more shallow breaths, and you, your brain tells you to yawn. But in this instance, it's the shallow breath, and it's somebody that will need more oxygen, or somebody who passed away from lack of oxygen. Um, do you know what? I'm only after thinking, sure, everybody dies from the lack of oxygen. But what I mean is from a lung cancer or COPD, an illness from the lack of that needs more oxygen, that there's less oxygen getting to the lungs. Now, please take that off me, because if I keep yawning throughout this, I'll have myself drove mad. So take that yawning off me, please. Thank you. Um, anything else? Um, there's a black Labrador. Is it a lab? Um, a black dog around. You see, he has different ears than a lab, so I'm not sure what sort of a dog he is, but he's a black dog, and he's absolutely crazy. He's dancing around and jumping and hopping and leaping. He's having a whale of a time up in heaven. He's what's actually disappointing to me right now is the fact that he looks like a family dog. Um, so I really hope it's not a family dog. I'll probably get a text or a message. I hope not. And please God, and touch wood that I don't get a message. But this dog is having great fun on the other side. Also, you're not going to get me with the lungs and the yawning, so you're going to get me with the coughing. Okay. Um, I'm just going to sit up. Oh. Oh. That was a good crack. I wonder, did anyone else hear that? That was a good crack on my neck. I see a veil, but I don't see a veil for an adult. It's a child's veil. Um, so somebody is going to be going celebrating a communion or something like that. It's it's usually the size of a veil that would fit a 7 to 8 year old child that would be making her communion. So it's only a small veil. So someone will be going and will be um, attending a celebration of this child's communion. Um, a little blonde girl. Not sure who she belongs to, but I'm just seeing her hair color, and the veil. Um, but it'll be a good party, and oh God, I wondered, has this worked? This closing my eyes and bringing messages things. There's a man giving me an old jumper, and I'm trying. I'm like, thanks. um, he's an older man. Um, if I was to describe him, he'd be tall, thin, and bald on top. But he's given me an old jumper. Um, I don't really know why. Is it for someone? It's just to show the person that they still have the jumper with them. You brought it with you. Okay. Was it put in with you? No, I just brought it. Okay. All right. Um, so I'm not sure who that man belongs to, unless he might have actually just come in to say hi. But he brought a jumper that it was bought by someone, and he brought it with him, but it wasn't put in the casket with him. He just brought it with him to remind him of whoever um bought it for him. I don't think I know anybody with a marmalade cat either. Um, Geez, animals are coming out great this evening. A marmalade cat um just strolls around and minds her own business. Okay. Oh, I I wonder. Right, there was a cat, a marmalade cat, and she was kind of nobody's cat, but everyone's cat, and she would strut. She would strut around the place like she owned the whole town, and everybody gave her a bit to eat, and everyone fed her. So I'm wondering, is that her? If it is, girl, you'd want to be going looking at food for places with food, because you're looking a little bit thin compared to when you were here in Ballymattin with us. You were a little tabby cat then. You were a very tubby tabby cat. Um, but if it's you, um, hello, I'm glad to see you, because I do miss you coming and crying in the window at me, even though like you've been fed by 47 other houses on the way down to my house. But that's okay. We always kept chicken or whatever meat that was there for you. Now goes to nugget. I'm sorry though. Um, but that's okay. Um, Someone is going on a boat, but now it doesn't look like a big boat. It's a kind of like um a fisher boat or a rowing boat, or just kind of an upgrade from one of them. I know nothing about boats. I just can see I'm hoping the bow is at the front. I'm just seeing the front of the boat, and it's used for fishing and going fishing, and um not much else, to be honest. And somebody will be going on that very soon. Um, I don't know anybody with boats, even though I do live beside two rivers and a canal. I don't know anyone with boats. We just have kayaks out the front. Loads of kayaking up and down our rivers. So somebody will be going on a boat for fishing and just for to relax and um get back together with his family and have fun. Um, I'm trying to look around in my mind's eye for anything else that might come in, but there's nothing really coming in at the moment. Um, Lots of hearts and lots of kisses and things like that from all the spirits that's around me. Um, but that's it. Um, yeah, that's it for messages. So I will open my eyes now and I'll see who was here. Hi, Jen. Oh, you're making me. Look at chat. I couldn't look at chat because I was trying to do it with my eyes closed so as I could visualize things. So that's why. So, Jen, I've been channeling you this whole time. Well, did it work or did it not work? At least I challenged somebody, I suppose. But it was supposed to be spirits. So we'll give it a 50 out of 50, will we? Yeah, I think we'll give that 50 out of 50 because it did kind of work, but not in the way that was intended to work. Yeah, no, that was the whole thing was I was going to ignore the chat, close my eyes, and let the images come. That's all I wanted to do. Oh, all right. Ah, okay. Ah, well, I'm really, 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 really glad you got messages from them. So I'm really glad. But the whole idea was to keep my eyes closed and see if I could channel messages that way. Um, because normally I look to the side and I'll be shown the pictures. But I just wanted to see would it be clearer with my eyes closed. Was he a slim man with the like bald top and grey hair around the edges? If that was him, that was the man that I saw. A slim man with the bald top of his head, but grey around the edges. Yeah. Oh well, all the messages were for you, so let Jen. I'm really really glad because I don't think I've got messages for you since the flip flops, which I was really really didn't want to say to you because it was kind of rude. Um, yeah, I might try this again. What do you think? Ah, okay. You might find a picture of him someday and you'll realize, yeah, that was him. I will do it again. Yeah, because it was interesting for me too because I've never done that before. For even when I'm doing readings, I look away from the person. I don't look at them. I always look away because if I'm looking at them, I can't see the visions and the things that I'm being shown. Well, you see, I told her, I said to her in my head, I said, I'm not saying that to her. No, say it to her. She'll know she'll know. And then I'm like, okay, does the mother secretly wear flip flops with jeans, or is there a secret joke here? So yeah, but then she put in my head that no, like pencil skirts. I was like, no, I would not wear jeans. No. So yeah, I'll do it again. Um, it's different. I wanted to get something different because I seem to be doing the same thing or wanting to do the same thing other people are doing, and well, I just want to be on my out on my own. I want to have a different kind of spin on myself, if that makes sense. I want to have a different idea idea of doing things. I don't want to be the same as everybody else. I just want my own thing. How could she not be in that heat? But then again, I don't think they were here either until maybe the 80s. I'll tell you what came in first here. Those shoals. The kind of wooden cloggy things with the buckle over the front. Sandals, but not flip flops. Yeah, yeah. Mammy would have wore sandals and stuff too. I was just trying to think which would have been the first flip flop type thing that my sisters would have worn, and it would have been those shoal things. No, not Birkenstocks. These yokes, right? My sister is like 4 foot nothing and a quarter, but she could get this. I'll put a picture in the group. They're like a wooden clog, but on the top, instead of a clog top, they had kind of, yes, them. Yeah, yeah, my sister, but she was a danger, an absolute danger with them, because if she wanted your attention, all she had to do was flick, and she would get you. She would get you in the back of the head, or in the torso, or in the kneecap. No bother to her. She had an aim with those yokes. Like, Daddy was a master marksman here in Ireland. In the army, he used to win prizes all over the country for being master marksman. Don't know if that's what they're called over there, but it's where you go on the shooting range, and you have to get up on different levels and shoot at targets, and he would never miss a target. So he was got prizes of master marksman for years, which leads on to a very strange story. Very, very strange story. I went to. Now I've got the hiccups. I went to a fair with the kids one year, and the ex, the ex, and he was an army man too. So he was like, "Oh, I'm going to be great, and I can't. I use gun and whatever." So I went first anyway, and I picked up the bow and arrow. Did I say it was a bow and arrow? No, I don't think I went that far. But I picked it up, not knowing. Like, I've never, ever, ever touched one of these things before in my lifetime. I've never even seen one in reality. But I picked up the bow and arrow, held it correctly, pulled back the bow with my 2 forefingers, let it go, and it went straight into, not into the bullseye, but quite close to it. It went into the marks. And I was like, how the fuck did I do that? One, I had no glasses on me, and two, you all know I'm blind. So that was really weird. So you got 3 goals anyway for a fiver. So I said, this can't be right. And like, the ex-husband was beside me saying, that was a fluke. You couldn't do that again. And I picked it up. Like, I don't even know how I knew how to pick up a bow. I just don't know. And I picked up the bow, pulled back, picked up the arrow, pulled back the bow, and in around the same kind of a mark again. So I picked up the last one, and I was like, this. I'm just going to fling this one and see what this one does, because this is not going right. This is weird shit. So I picked it up, pulled back the bow, went bling, and yeah, I got all three into the space of um the marker, which was weird. So I think I was Guinevere, and Daddy was King Arthur. Maybe at one time, or maybe he wouldn't be Queen King Arthur, because then that would just be weird, because I'd be married to him. But we were kind of in the same kind of family, so that was a weird story. Yeah, himself got fuck all into the marks either. So you're just using blah, 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 blah. So yeah, Daddy was a master marksman. I picked up a bow and arrow, didn't know how to use them, got them right. And then my son went to college, and he was he took up um archery as a hobby, and he was quite good at it too. He was really good at archery. So there's a story for you. I always like to end on a story. A pointless story, mind you, but it's always a story. Also, I'm actually going to purchase a book, another book. But this book is going to be The Myths and Tales of Ireland, because there's so much fun. And I'd get to be able to do my acting skills, because I could be all of the voices, all of the different times. So I'll be able to tell little short stories in all the accents. Like, you got your Cork accent, by, like, and you don't forget to go down there by Cork, you know. And then there's Galway. You have to get to Galway. There's such a funny crowd over there in Galway. The dubs are all sweet bags. Fucking Jesus Christ, the drive you fucking mental. And then, aye, you get a wee half a cup when you're up the north. You say, would you like a cup of tea? And they'll just say, aye, a wee half a cup. But then when you go out with a wee half a cup of tea, they look at it as much say, main boss, where's the rest of my cup of tea? Because it's not filling the mug, it's just like half filling it. And you're like, but you only asked for, I don't mind going on. You only asked for a wee half cup. That's why I'm only giving you a wee half a cup. I thought you were full of tea. No, I was just trying to be polite. Well, okay, give me the mug and I'll go and make you a full cup of tea. Don't know why there's all them accents, or in the Northern Ireland accent, and it's the easiest one to do. But anyway, I am going to go now. Oh, I have to go. What the Hales is on? What the Hales is? It's I know you ladies don't like. Well, I don't know if you don't like them or not. I never really asked. I just said that I like them. What the Hales? They are. They call themselves Fun Employed. Um, the boy. He's made a fortune. He's made an absolute fortune before he met his wife, and the he started out buying garages, or no, there wouldn't be empty garages, because what was the point of that, having an empty garage? So he bought he started out buying full garages. What do you call them over there? They're not garages. You keep things in them. Stockpiles. No, Samantha. They are called. Don't you know when you have an old person and they're kind of going to the nursing home, and you don't want to get rid of their stuff, so you put them into a garage? What's that called? Anybody listening to me? Sheds? No. No, because people can bet on these things then and they get all the things that's inside them. It's like a big, huge locker for everything. Like people keep all the things in them, belong to all the people. Stocks. No. Oh, storage lockers. Is that what they're called? Well, that's where he made all his money. Like 100 years ago. No, he's not. He's only about early 40s, if he's that even. But he started off with the storage lockers and buying them and selling things on eBay that he found, and um he still does that. That's still their main function, or their selling thing. But they have what you call it, they have Elvis coin pushers, and I love it. They're called What the Hales, and I love their coin pushers, and I love Joshua Bartley's coin pushers. They're the only two I'll watch, and it's not even the watching of the money going. I told you I like to hear the money going down. It's like therapeutic to me to hear kind of coins. A bit like when I'm in the bed and it's a nice thunder and lightning rainy night, and I seem to go to sleep really quickly. Then it soothes me, and so does the money going down. It's a soothing thing. But the banter, oh my good lord, the banter between these people are comical, and that's what I like it for too. It's just so funny. And what the hell's Jeremy and George, they was ones that originally started it, and now they've employed two teenage, well, not, they're not teenagers, they're early 20s, and they do the work, and they do the coin pushers for them as well. And oh, they're so cute. They got married 2 weeks ago, and they're as cute. Oh my god, and they're so funny and cute and adorable, and I love them, and I love watching them, just because you hear the family kind of, the news that's going on, and you're part of what's going on in their family and what's happening with the chickens and with the roosters and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, it's really funny, really, really funny. And Joshua Bartley has, yeah, it's on the YouTube. Joshua Bartley has his coin pusher thingy as well. Joshua Bartley is also on Facebook. Joshua Bartley, and it's What the Hales, like Hales, and they're funny. They're so funny. They just, for the two couples, the young couple and George and, oh jeez, I can't remember the husband's name. Um, Jeremy, Jeremy and George. It's just the banter between them all is just funny. It's just funny. Yeah, it's such a different thing from YouTube stress. I don't like the YouTube stress crap. So it's just easy watching and a little bit of fun um during the YouTube stressful times. So yeah. And if you ever want the link, if you can't find them, I'll get you the link too. All right, so Jen, I shall love you and leave you. And I'm glad all your little doggies and kitty cats and Grandad came to say hi. And we'll do this again very, very soon. Bye. Mwah.